Okay, we have Scruffles here. She is a three-legged Shih Tzu. And this is one of the examples how these hammocks work really well to assist in grooming dogs who have either ailments, injuries, disabilities, stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and record really quick, showing how much easier it is to do her services with this when they're three legs. So I've already done her body and I've done the majority of her face. I might clean that up a little bit more. But just to really quick, I'm going to do her legs and stuff to show just how much easier it is to groom a dog with this hammock when they have these types of disabilities. Some dogs just might not like their legs to be done and they have all appendages without any issues. So yeah, so you just groom the dog like you would normally. And this is really beneficial for people who do not have an assistant to groom, to help us hold a dog for whatever reason that they may have. Now I already did her nails and everything pre-bath, and I put her in this hammock then as well. So this is just the finishing work right here. This is a 7 blade that I'm using. She was matted when she came in today. I will have to go back behind on her paw pads and trim them again, and then scissor up the feet. Just back brushing to make sure all the hair fluffs up so that I can get an even cut. It's important to back brush the whole body while you groom to get a more finished look and to be even, no choppiness. Some dogs just have a really weird coat though sometimes, and they can have what looks like choppiness, but it's just the cowlicks, the natural pattern that the skin has for the coat. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to get the 30-40 blade on my Chromato. Oh Lord. Sorry everybody. There we go. I've got this, I got my camera set up on a halo light. So I like to clean the paw pads before I bathe to get all that additional hair out so that the drying is quicker. But what will happen is just like the rest of the body, once you wash the dog, all of the little hairs stick out again, and then you have to go back over it. So that's the same situation in the paw pad. So just real quick to do that. And now I'm going to go ahead and scissor her feet. Back brush, go in between each of the toes and pull that hair out. Now here's one thing to consider when you have them up on this hammock and scissoring their feet. It's not going to be perfect until you put the dog down. When you put the dog down back on the feet will spread out naturally, and then you're going to have to adjust what you have done. just to make everything neat. Now I'm going to do something that you're not going to be able to see well on this camera because I'm going to reach over to the other foot. I have found that doing it this way, if you're right-handed, if you're like me, I struggle on this back left foot being right-handed. So what I like to do is reach over and across and scissor it. I think that you're manipulating the foot a lot less in this manner than you are when you reach, when you're over there onto the other side and doing it. So I'm going to show you now what I mean by the foot not being finished. I'm going to have to adjust. Might be able to, okay. And that's one of the good things about having the chain up top, so that I can then adjust the positioning of the hooks, and then you can still, the dog can now fully stand instead of floating in air. She's supported now because she's still technically hanging, but as you can see, how the foot spreads out and it can distort what you thought was the perfect trim. So then you just adjust on the ground to see if it's right. Yeah, you can stand. Yes, you can stand. Walk over. This one out. But yeah, you get, I think, a much nicer look to the foot if you can reach over and do something like that. And even if they're not hanging, depending on the dog, you can still use that same technique and reach across and pick it up if the dog's like got long enough legs. But right here, I can pick up her foot, and she's not used to this now, but she's fully supported. The hammock is supporting her, so I could easily trim that without incident in straining her. Don't forget to go down your legs and make sure that all the little sticky outy hairs are trimmed up too. Just taking your blade across the leg is not a finished leg. There is some scissor work that has to be done to neaten it up. But that's basically all I'm going to show on her. I'm going to clean up her face and finish her groom all the way, and then I'll show you a finished photo at the end.
Say bye-bye.